I would like to welcome you all to our virtual research award ceremony. Thank you all joining. For those of you who are new, my name is Tanju Karanfil, Vice President for Research at Clemson. It's great to be all of you virtually, and it will be even better to see in person. Hopefully we will do this very soon. I know that some of our Board of Trustees members are attending this afternoon with us.
Hello, Tanju.
Hi, Jim. Trustee Swan and Patty McAbee are with us. And also, I believe some of our ELT members, George Askew and Chris Miller, are in the audience. I thank you all for looking this afternoon to celebrate our faculty's accomplishments and for your continuous leadership. Today, we will celebrate our newest recipient of the University Research Scholarship and Artistic Achievement Awards, as well as we will announce our Researcher of the Years. As you may know, we typically celebrate these accomplishments during our annual research symposium in May, which unfortunately, but not necessarily, was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I am hopeful that as we remain united as Tigers in our effort to take the necessary precautions to protect our health and also the health of Clemson family, our in-person celebrations will continue in future. Although we cannot meet in person today, we will not abandon this important recognition and celebration because universities impact societies in different ways. One of them is educating our students. The other is to create new knowledge, new discoveries through the research. And you as faculty members do this every day. When you are recognized nationally and internationally, as our URSA faculty members have been, and as our Researcher of the Years have been, it affirms your far-reaching impact. For that reason, I congratulate you and I thank you for all the hard and creative work that you do every day. I also would like to recognize the members of our Vice President Research Faculty Advisory Board. In fact, these faculty members created these awards. And we believe that as an institution, we must recognize the outstanding work of our faculty members and to remind you that your work is important and it is greatly appreciated. You are leading the way for both your students and your colleagues, and you present great role models. Before we start announcing this year's award recipients, I would like to invite Provost Jones to share a few words with us. Provost Jones, are you in the audience?
Thank you very much, Dr. Karenfeld, for the introduction. I'm very pleased to be here. We need joyous occasions like this to remind ourselves of how important it is that we have a mission at this university and we're making a difference in people's lives and in this world. And that goes unabated despite all the things that are buffeting against us right now. And we should be proud of that. I want to say a special welcome to all of you faculty members who have been super, super important for just carrying the load on that mission. Despite a global pandemic, deep troubles that we're having nationally, worldwide, globally with social justice, and even a major crash of Zoom today. Yet you just keep moving and pushing and doing that mission because that's where your heart is. And you keep serving the people and doing the right things. It's very impressive, and I'm very grateful for that. We really need to take stock, and in fact, it's times like these, we got to really force ourselves to take stock in the good things that we do. And Tanju, thank you for setting this up. It's a very, very nice event, and it's well-deserved recognition for many people. One of the shining stars of Clemson University really has been the amazing growth in the scope and impact of our research enterprise. Just 7 years ago, when President Clements came here, he became aware that we had a very talented faculty when he arrived at Clemson University. They were prepared for, and more than just prepared for it, they were hungry for a signal that Clemson University was ready to invest more of its effort and time in research. So President Clements made sure that research was a priority in our Clemson Forward plan. And look at the amazing progress that we had because of that. And along the way, our success was enabled by students, and excellent students, in fact, by staff, by a very talented vice president for research that we are so fortunate to hire, and many other administrators, chairs, deans, and so forth. But the credit for all of our success truly lies with the faculty of Clemson University. You're just totally awesome. I can't say it any better than that. You're just totally awesome. Now, there's a reason why President Clements recognized that we had the capacity for research and that research is important. He himself, in his heart, is a scholar and a researcher. In fact, when we discuss decision-making at Clemson in the inner circles of what are we going to do, his mind immediately goes to numbers, trends, what's the data saying, what are the decision points, what's the quality of the data. Let's use that to make excellent decisions. He's just wired like a researcher. And he got a great start in his own scholarship and very quickly became a faculty leader that the faculty looked up to, and then department chair, vice president, a provost, and he just continued to be a leader supporting and growing research at Townsend University, and then as a president at two universities, West Virginia University and Clemson University. Many of you may not know this, but he walked into each of those institutions when they were Carnegie R2s, and he got the research programs really humming and running and turned both of them into R1s. I don't know many presidents in higher education that ever done that. Very few of them actually turned an R2 to an R1 to begin with. So he's a twofer. So it's my pleasure to introduce an amazing person to help us lead our amazing faculty, the president of the university, Dr. Jim Clements.
Thank you, Mr. Provost, and thank you as always for the incredibly kind and generous words. But Bob, you said it very, very well. It all comes down to the faculty. The group of fine faculty members I'm looking at, they're the engine and they're the ones that get it all done. I'm lucky to play my role. And you're right, in 2013 when I got here, it didn't take long to see that we have a whole bunch of stars on the faculty. And I'm very thankful for that. And Mr. Provost, in order to drive this enterprise, I also needed a 5-star provost. And I'm thankful for the incredible work that you do leading the entire academic enterprise. And Tanju, thankful that we have a great VPR who's driving the research enterprise. So appreciate the kind words and that, you know, we all play our role to move this institution forward. I'm so happy to be with you this evening. I'm sorry that this is via Zoom. And I wish that we could celebrate your amazing accomplishments in person, and you deserve that. And I wish we could have that. But as the provost said, he's so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful to be your colleague, like the provost and Tanju are as well on the faculty. And I'm amazed. Provost and I often talk about when we sit and we look at all the tenure and promotion files at that time of the year. We sit down and we look at every single one, and I read, literally, we go through it for hours and hours and hours, partly just because I want to learn of all the great things that you're doing. And we always look at each other and go, oh my gosh, we have such incredible faculty members. So I'm thankful that you are being recognized tonight and know that you are highly valued. And I'm glad that you're all at Clemson. I hope you're all staying safe and staying healthy as we try to navigate this unique world that we are in right now. I do want to give a shout out. I'm told that 2 or more of our trustees have joined us tonight. I'm told that Joe Swan is with us, and he's the chair of the Research and Economic Development Committee. And I can tell you he pushes. He highly values research, and I'm thankful if he's here that he is doing a lot kind of behind the scenes at the trustee level to help drive the enterprise and help set our goals. And I understand that Patty McAbee is here as well, another leader on the Board of Trustees, chair of committees, dedicated service to our great university. the first female on our board of trustees who served for almost 3 decades. So Patty and Joe, if you were with us, I can't see all the screens, but thank you for being here. I see Sherry Pfeiffer. I see. Thank you, Sherry, for being a part of this as well, and thank you for your incredible leadership on the board. If there are any other board members, I'm sorry that I missed you, but thank you for what you do for our institution. And thank you for being here tonight. Tanju, thank you for the job you do leading the research enterprise. Bob, thank you for the great job you do as provost. Couldn't move this university forward without your leadership. And Tanju, you pointed out the research advisory board, very thankful for them advising you on a number of issues affecting research. But most importantly, tonight is about you. And I want you to know that I'm proud of you and I'm thankful for you for all getting recognized with the URSA Awards and the Researcher of the Year Awards this evening. Congratulations. Your work is incredible. As I said, the provost and I sit and we look at all the tenure and promotion files, and we're just blown away by the quality that we have here, especially based on the size of our faculty compared to our peers, all the work that you do compared to your course load and advising load and service loads. You're doing an incredible job. In the midst of a pandemic, you still seem to break records as you did this past year. So these awards, one of the things I asked Tanju a couple of years ago was we just need to foster the culture that research is highly valued. As a land-grant university, this is what we're supposed to be doing. It's recognized, it's rewarded, and as I said, highly valued. So if you think about a public land-grant research university, you know, we were created to make a difference in the lives of others. That's our goal. That's the reason why we were created 130 years ago. It was to serve. It was to educate. It was to do research to save real world problems and to serve our state and this region. That's why I love being at a land grant. You know, that's why I love having a provost who is a land grant guy. You know, it's the core of who we are.
What's going on, Dave?
Your research is groundbreaking, and throughout the challenges I know you have faced this past year, still getting it done. So stuff related to the virus itself, dealing with economic impact issues, the impact on education, all the issues that are surrounding COVID-19. We need research now more than ever to understand the world that we are now in, how to navigate this environment, the new environment. And I really think, to be honest, the world needs great research now more than ever. And if you stop and think about the work that you do, you're trying to change lives. You're trying to make it better for people. You're trying to solve real world problems. We need that. And I'm proud of that. And I'm thankful that that is a priority for us. We've come so far, as the provost has said, if you go back 5, 6, 7 years, unbelievable to go from an R2 to an R1. That is not easy. That is not easy. And it's not just we went to an R1, higher within that R1 status. So our reputation nationally is growing like crazy because of you. I was asked to serve on a small committee of 15 members of AAU and APLU institutions, best research universities in the country. And they asked me to represent Clemson, and I'm doing that because of the work that you do. 5, 6, or 7 years ago, we wouldn't have been in that very elite closed circle. We now are. And our national reputation just continues to be viewed as this university is a research powerhouse, just not a great undergraduate institution. So we've come a long way. Carnegie Tier 1 status in 2015, reaffirmed last year. It's the highest level of activity you can get. So if you look at numbers, this year, again, under a pandemic situation, our research expenditures, you broke the record with $219 million total research this year. That's up $60 million from just 5 years ago. That's an unbelievable jump. You know, most universities are looking about, maybe Bob, we talk about this, Tanju, we talk about this, a 2% growth per year. That's a 36% growth over 5 years, which is, I don't know any universities in the country, to be honest, that can match that. I really don't. And in terms of submissions, this year you put out $734 million worth of proposals in the middle of a pandemic. That's up $227 million from just 5 years ago. So not only are you getting the research done, you're engaging in proposals to get more research projects. And having been in a research track before as a full-time faculty member, I'm just so incredibly impressed with your hard work and your dedication. I'm excited and thrilled that research is one of our 4 pillars in Clemson Forward. I think we probably need to redo Clemson Forward and really think about what are our research areas of focus. How are we going to organize ourselves moving forward? How are we going to do education a little differently? But I love that one of the strategies in Clemson Forward is to reward research excellence. And this is exactly what Tanju is doing. So the Division of Research launched this awards program to recognize you and our faculty performing at the highest possible level. So you are the stars of the stars. I'm excited that we have this program. And I think it's awesome that, we are literally singling out the best of the best, even if we have to do it in a virtual mode. So I just want to say congratulations to all of you. I'm thankful for you. I know the difference that you are making. I know what you're doing for Clemson. I know what you're doing for your field of study. And one of the reasons why I truly, completely, totally love this place is because I love our colleagues and I love the great work that you do. And I think that this place is a great place because of you. And I'm thrilled that each and every one of you are here at Clemson. So Tanju, I'm going to turn it back over to you so we can recognize our top stars. But again, know that you're highly valued and greatly appreciate the great work that you do.
Thank you very much, Provost Jones and President Clemens, for those remarks and for being here tonight. So now we will move to our ceremony. I see 202 people on the Zoom right now. This also shows the appreciation that you show to your colleagues to be here this afternoon. So let me share my screen. So therefore we can run this slideshow. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, Tanju.
Okay, so we will start with URSA. In the past 2 years, we have granted URSA recognition to just about 10% of the entire Clemson faculty body. To be member of this exclusive group, an URSA recipient should have accomplished one or more of the following: author a paper receiving over 1,000 citations, receive the highest level of national or international recognition in their fields, or expended over $1 million on research in a fiscal year. This recognition is for extraordinary accomplishments, career milestones that are rare and very difficult to achieve. Congratulations to all of our URSA recipients. Each recipient will be given a certificate and a commemorative coin and will be invited to attend our annual gathering to toast your successes. Here you go. These are the recipients for this year. Susanna Ashton, Professor and Chair of English, recipient of Fulbright Award. George Chubanow, Professor of Chemistry, publication exceeding 1,000 citations. Kristen Cole, Emeritus Professor of Material Science and Engineering, expenditures exceeding $1 million. Ron Falta, Professor of Environmental Engineering and Earth Sciences. John Hamm Award for Excellence in Science and Engineering, recognized by National Groundwater Association. Rachel Getman, Associate Professor of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, publication exceeding 1,000 citations. Sarah Harkum, Professor of Bioengineering, expenditures exceeding $1 million. Doc Hurd, Professor of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, publication exceeding 1,000 citations. Laura Olson, Professor of Political Science, Fulbright Award recipient. Wayne Stewart, Professor of Management, publication exceeding 1,000 citations. Ian Walker, Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering, publication exceeding 1,000 citations. Craig Wallace, Professor and Chair of Management, publication exceeding 1,000 citation. Liang Jiang Wang, Associate Professor of Genetics and Biochemistry, publication exceeding 1,000 citation. Jack Wolf, Associate Professor of Finance, publication exceeding 1,000 citation. Let's pause to give our Bursa recipient a round of applause for their accomplishment virtually. Next, I will move to Researcher of the Year award. For Researcher of the Year, each college nominated a senior faculty member and a junior faculty member who received his or terminal degree within the past 10 years. Winners were selected by an interdisciplinary faculty committee, and I can tell you that they had a difficult decision because all of our nominees display significant accomplishments over the past years. In fact, being the college nominee itself is a big accomplishment. Now I will introduce each college's nominee for Senior Researcher of the Year. Francis Ray Jones, Professor of Plant and Environmental Sciences. Dr. Ray Jones studies the interaction of insects and plants to develop improved pest management strategies for the agriculture industry. He is the editor of the International Journal Crop Protection. He has published 72 articles in the past 5 years and has given numerous invited presentations at national and international meetings. From College of Architecture, Art and Humanities, Professor Todd May, Professor of Philosophy and Religion. Dr. May is a political philosopher who writes on topics of anarchism, post-structuralism, and post-structuralist anarchism. He authored 16 books, 58 articles, and book chapters, and presented across the world. Additionally, Dr. May is a regular contributor to numerous popular publications, including the New York Times and Rolling Stone magazine. From College of Behavioral, Social, and Health Science, Dr. Brian Denham, Professor of Communication. Dr. Denham studies communication, health, and policy issues associated with substance use in sport and society, as well as race and ethnicity in sport. Named a research fellow by the North American Society for the Sociology of Sport, Dr. Denham has published approximately 60 peer-reviewed articles, and his recent study examining the capacity of the sport to heighten racial consciousness was listed among the most downloaded articles in the Sociology of Sport journal. College of Business. Dr. Zeki Şimşek, Professor of Management. Dr. Şimşek's research focuses on strategic leadership, innovation, and entrepreneurship. He has 28 top-tier scholarship publications, has amassed more than 8,000 citations. Dr. Şimşek currently serves as an associate editor of the Academy of Management Journal and as senior editor of the Journal of Management. College of Education, Dr. Daniel Hero, Associate Professor of Education and Human Development. Dr. Hero works to expand scholarly work concerned with understanding, applying, and proposing ways to increase effective digital media and learning opportunities for all students. She has produced 50 publications in the past 8 years, edited 3 book series on digital media and learning, and given keynote addresses and other presentations at conferences across the country. College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences, Dr. Hai Shah, Professor and Interim Chair of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Shah's research interests focus on photonics and microwave sensors and instrumentation for application in energy, intelligent infrastructure, clean environment, biomedical sensing, imaging, and national security. He has published 88 peer-reviewed articles and earned 6 patents since 2013. College of Science, Dr. Feng Ding, Associate Professor of Physics and Astronomy. Dr. Ding is working to develop state-of-the-art molecular modeling methods to help uncover disease mechanisms and design therapeutic solutions. He has amassed nearly 8,000 citations and has been published in several top journals, including Nature Communication, Advanced Materials, and Chemical Society Review, among the others. Now I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because we are gonna make a live, we will try to attempt a live award giving at the offices of the winning individual. So I hope we can accomplish that. So I ask now those who are gonna give the award, please knock the door of the recipient. And John, do we have live feed?
Not yet. Waiting on it to come up.
Coming up? A little bit suspense helps a little bit. Here you go. Here you go. The recipients. Now the check is going. The check is going. Okay. Recipient is moving to the door.
Hey!
That was a big surprise.
Dr. Hai Shah from the.
Hey, you have to come out and accept your check.
You want me to put my mask on?
We'll use it to stay 6 feet away.
There you go.
Alright.
Beautiful.
Thank
See you
very
both.
much, sir. That was a big surprise.
Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
And it's a very big check.
Yeah, it is. Quite a lot of beer. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here you go. Okay. Thanks very much, Brian, and your students. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll distance.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
Okay, now I can go back to my screen sharing and now recognize researcher, junior researcher of the year. Okay, now let's get things. Okay, the junior researcher of the year's nominees from the colleges. I hope you can see my screen, right? Everybody is good? Okay, perfect. College of Agricultural, Forestry, and Life Sciences. Dr. Rong Zong Yi, Assistant Professor of Plant and Environmental Sciences. Dr. Yi studies soil biogeochemistry to understand physical, chemical, and biological processes that affect microbial communities, soil health, and crop production. He's a recipient of the NSF Career Award, has published 14 peer-reviewed articles in renowned journals since 2017, and served as the president of the South Carolina chapter of the Soil and Water Conservation Society. College of Architecture, Arts, and Humanities. Dr. Mashal Saeed. Dr. Saeed's research advances the much-needed humanistic study of traditional Muslims, a group often dismissed by liberal Muslims and demonized by the Western media. She has authored numerous books, book chapters, and journal articles, and has delivered more than 40 invited talks and presentations at national and international avenues. College of Behavioral, Social, and Health Sciences. Dr. Heather Ketry, Assistant Professor of Sociology, Anthropology, and Criminal Justice. Dr. Ketry's research focuses on power, violence, and inequality, specifically as they pertain to gender, sexuality, and race. She has 19 peer-reviewed publications, many in top-ranked journals of her field, and served as the consulting editor of the Journal of Sex Research and as an editorial board member of the journal Sex Roles. College of Business, Dr. Mike Gibble-Hassan, Associate Professor of Marketing. Dr. Gibble-Hassan studies frontline service encounters, in particular, moments of truth where consumers encounter something unexpected that forces them to evaluate their role as co-producer of value. His work has appeared in several top marketing journals, including the Journal of Marketing, the Journal of the Academy of Marketing Science, and the International Journal of Research in Marketing. College of Education, Dr. Shanna Hirsch, Assistant Professor of Special Education. Dr. Hirsch works to develop innovative teaching approaches for students with behavioral concern, as well as for their teachers and families. She has published 39 articles in national and international peer-reviewed journals. In 2018, Dr. Hirsch earned the Must Read Article of the Year award from the Council for Learning Disabilities. College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences, Dr. Kai He, Assistant Professor of Material Science and Engineering. Dr. He is developing advanced electron microscopy methods to support the innovation of new materials for energy storage and quantum computation, among other applications. He has published 67 articles, received NSF EPSCoR Track 4 Fellowship, and is a past recipient of the Microscopy Society of America's Presidential Scholar Award. College of Science, Dr. Vincent Richards, Assistant Professor of Biological Science. Dr. Richards uses microbial genomics to further the understanding of the relationship between diverse medical communities and human health. Dr. Richards has published 39 papers, including 7 in the past 2 years, and has been published in several top journals in his field, including Molecular Biology and Evolution and the Proceeding of National Academy of Sciences. Now I am gonna stop sharing my screen and let's go back to the live feed to see the recipient, to meet with the recipient of the Junior Researcher of the Year. John?
All right, go ahead and turn on your video for the cameraman. There we go, coming down.
Very good, the check is going. And very good, Dr. Vincent Richards, College of Science.
Thank you for elevating our research.
I'm speechless.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Vincent. Congratulations, well deserved. And also congratulations to all other nominees. It has been really a great honor to really see your nominations, and congratulations to everybody for their accomplishments. Okay. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh, it's huge. I'll put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, Vince, again. Thanks very much attending tonight, this event. And please note that our next call for nomination is gonna go out October 2020. Please nominate your colleagues, including both of these awards. And we wish you a very best semester and academic year. Please be safe. And again, thanks very much for joining us. Good evening, everybody.